Most people know Colossal Cave from its paved paths, but if you look past the guardrails, there's a massive underground labyrinth waiting in the dark. Take a look at one of the wildest subterranean tours in the Southwest.
Yeah.
96 degrees down here, like that, about 40.
Humidity of the cave. And the temperature is 71 degrees year round. It hasn't been known to go more than 3 degrees in either direction. A lot of caves are in the 50s. That's because those caves are wet caves. Less than 15% of all caves in the world are dry like ours, and we're also the largest dry cave in the US. And right here, you're gonna see the bottomless pit. It actually goes down about 35 feet. So if you guys look through it, just make sure you hang onto your gloves and glasses and cameras and all those kinds of things. So you want me to go left, Aaron?
No, go all the way up to the top.
Okay.
Those people left because it dried up.
We actually don't know why they left, and by the time they were here, it had already been dried and everything. So it was really similar to what we're seeing right now. These are just some supplies you would have gotten on Frank Schmidt's tours in the 20s and 30s. You see the rope and candle on the right. In the middle, that's essentially the grandfather of what we're all wearing on our heads right now. Really similar to a baseball cap. If you bumped your head on a rock, it would still really hurt you, so there's not much padding there. For life, it's the carbide lantern, which is attached to the front. That carbide lantern produced a chemical reaction. It was really similar to that of a blowtorch, so you would have a constant flame running on your forehead throughout your tour. And these are actual supplies that were used by the CCC workers. Like I said earlier, they didn't use any power tools or explosives, so all these are hand tools. $25 of the $30 that they made a month went back home to a family member or a beneficiary, but they didn't really need more than $5 a month considering they had all their necessities provided for them. As for the wiring, they would always try to find the smallest men on their teams. They would tie the wires around the ankles to make them crawl through all the small spaces of the cave. So that's how our wiring is done here. It's a bit farther away than it is, but it's quite neat. We call this room the living room, more specifically Frank Schmidt's living room. The gift shop, the building that you checked into before the tour, that's where Frank Schmidt used to live. When he lived there, he didn't have air conditioning, so if he could, he would much rather be down here. Just watch out for these chickens. Got another door right here. You're gonna head up.
This is where the tour stops and the real work begins. The temperature is constant, but the air gets heavy. You lose track of time when the only way forward is to drag yourself through the rock.
So don't touch them with your bare hands or anything like that if you don't want to. They're also Cold War era, so they fall under that historical rule. They've been in here for more than 50 years. We can't take them out because they're historic now. So Because I went Saturday, so I realized it's okay.
There's some small cracks.
Something like that. She managed to
Emerging from the deep earth changes your perspective. The colors are brighter, the air feels sharper. It's good to have this footage out of the vault and on the channel. Thanks for stepping back into the dark with me.